Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Ramzan Biology. Student, today we will talk about the next topic, the chromosome. So chromosome is actually the hereditary material which are present in the nucleus of every cell. We say that every cell is made of every body is made of cells, and the cell and a central structure called the nucleus is present. So in the nucleus there are three-like structure which store the hereditary materials per coding different character of the body. They are present in the three-like structure. These three-like structure are called chromosome. If we talk about its meaning, so chromosome is a Latin word which are made of two words. One is the chromo mean color, and some mean body. So we say that chromosome is any material which represent the color of the body. Like if someone is black, so it is also controlled by its chromosome. If someone do another behavior, so the behavior is also a colorful activity of the body. So chromosome are actually the colorful body which are present in the nucleus of every cell, and they perform the activity of coloring and performing different hereditary function in the body. If we talk about the discovery, so chromosome was first discovered by Walter Fleming in 1882, but its name was given by the Valdiar was scientist. He gave the name chromosome due to its outcoming structure and outcoming color, that how it looks under a microscope. So he named it as chromosome, a colorful body. These are the three colorful bodies present in the nucleus. They are responsible for transferring heredity from parents to offspring. So the materials which are transferred from our parents to us were offspring. So this is due to the transferring of some materials. These materials are called the chromosome. If we talk about its structure, its composition, so chromosome is mainly made of two things. One is the DNA, second is the plus protein. DNA is 40% while the protein is 60%, and they are made of, and their outlook are called chromatin. Before it divide, this is the normal structure, but before it divide, it is like this structure. These are present in the nucleus, so these are like this structure. We call this structure as a chromatin, and these are like this palm. So this structure we call as a chromatin. So the chromatin are also made of DNA plus protein, but before the cell division or for activating for the cell division, the chromosome are in form of chromatin which are present in the nucleus like this structure. If we talk about its structure, so you can see here, this is a chromosome. This is made of the two arms. This one arm is called the chromatid. This condition of chromosome is before the cell division, while when the cell division occur, so this chromosome convert to like this structure. There's also another chromatid also occur, which we call as a sister chromatid. Okay, this is sister chromatid. And these join, this is two arms of the chromatid, they join in the center part. The center part, you can see here, this black portion is called centromere. If you talk about the centromere, so centromere is made of two sides kinetochore. So if you talk about this centromere, so this is a centromere which is present in the between the two arms, which help during the cell division of motion of the chromosome from each other to the opposite folds of the cell. So this centromere is made of kinetochore, these like three like structures. This this one is to this side and this one is to this side, and this kind of occur, and this is like the chromosome. Okay, and this kinetochore is made of the protein and microtubule which help during the cell division, the motion of the chromosome when the centriole from opposite poles attract the chromosome toward the different folds of the cell. So if we talk about its composition, its internal structure, so we have zoom in only this small portion. You can see here this small portion. Okay, so now it is more zoom in. This is called the chromatin fiber, which I mentioned before, that the chromosome before from this cell division it is in the form of chromatin. You can see here, and the chromatin is the combination of the DNA and the protein. This red portion you can see here, these are called the Histone protein, and this outer portion you can see here, this black portion, these are called the DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. So when we zoom in the chromosome, so it is made of two things, which is one histone protein and DNA. The DNA wrap around the histone protein and form beads, which the DNA wrap around the histone protein, so form a beads like string like structure. Then we zoom in another, so you can see here these are beads like structure which hold the DNA, hold the histone protein. Then this is called the nucleosome, arranged in form of beads. So nucleosome is actually the combination of the when the DNA wrap around from histone protein, this is called nucleosome, and they are arranged in form of beads. You can see here beads. So then we enter and zoom into the chromosome, the chromatin material. So we say that this structure is called a double helix. You can see here double helix. Then there was only one single path, but this path then undergoes and more expand. So this form a double helix like structure. This double helix like structure we call it is DNA. Now there is we ended the formation, we ended the presence of the histone protein. Now there, so we only zoom into the DNA structure. This is called a double helix structure of DNA. You can see here these red and green portion these are called the nucleotide, which are adenine, thymine, cytosine and guanine. These are called the nucleotide, which are so called as a gene. They are responsible for coding the behaviors, the other this protein synthesis for the body. So this is the code materials responsible for coding of different behaviors of the body, the color, the structure, the texture, all about what about the body. So they control these structure. So this was about the chromosome structure and it's and zooming in. So I hope that this lecture may be helpful to you, and don't forget the subscribing, sharing and liking of my lecture.